Hello everybody, Alex here, and welcome to the very first official holiday episode right here at Universal. But today is sort of a holiday-oriented episode where we're going to check out a lot of things. We're going to finally, at long last, see Grinchmas. We're going to see the Macy's Day Holiday Parade tonight, and definitely check out the Holiday Tribute Store right inside these gates. So it's going to be a very fun-filled episode. Sorry I'm late to the holiday season checking up on here over at Universal. I've sort of been really busy lately, so I haven't had time to check it out, but better late than never, I guess, right? So already passed some holiday stuff over in CityWalk, which we're going to go and get a look at first. Then we're going to hop into Studios right here, check up on their holiday stuff, and then head on over to Islands of Adventure for Grinchmas, which I'm very excited for, and all of their stuff going on in Seuss Landing. A lot of fun stuff to check out here today, so let's get started. So the first thing we are going to check up on is Mistletoe Pines Village. This sort of went up overnight before the holiday season, and it's like this little Christmas village. This is amazing. Wow, Universal, you did not need to go above and beyond like this, but this is great. Look at this old-fashioned sign right here. Mistletoe Pines Village. Definitely nice for photos too. And they've also got like different food carts out here. Can't believe this is all just in CityWalk and really just went up overnight. Oh my gosh, they already have Earl merch. Hold on, let's check this out. I haven't seen this shirt online. $35, about what you would expect, but they've also got mugs, this blanket, which looks awesome because it has different Easter eggs to the resort, like Amity Tree Farm, that's obviously a reference to Jaws. You got a retro Universal Studios Florida map right here. That's awesome. I might need to get this drawstring bag, honestly. $30, because I exclusively use drawstring bags when I come to the parks, so I would definitely use this. So I'll do a quick rundown of who Earl the Squirrel really is. I made a video last year. I'll put a link to it in the top right of your screen right now. But basically, he's a squirrel that lived inside one of the trees that they were going to set up inside the park. And what happened was he got caught up in some of the electricity. He was a real squirrel who basically bit on the lights and got electrocuted. It's kind of a dark story, but yeah, basically he essentially lived inside one of the holiday trees that they were going to set up here in the park. And now he's sort of become the holiday icon of Universal. And this was years ago. I believe 2015 was when it happened. Now when you see all this Earl the Squirrel merch, you know exactly who the character is. Again, check the video that I made last year. I go in deeper to the history of Earl. And yeah, he's sort of become just a holiday icon around the resort. Okay, I thought I had reached the end of the Mistletoe Pines Village, but it actually continues down even more. Here's the end. And then there's another merch cart down here, another photo op sign to take your pictures in front of, and of course more dessert treats. A lot of stuff going on. And just for reference where it is, here's the entrance into this area, and then right there is like the Universal Studios store and the turnpike where you would turn that way to Islands of Adventure or that way into Studios. Just for reference where it is. Okay, now that we checked up the holiday stuff in CityWalk, let's finally head into the park now. Taking a closer look over here at the entrance, you got a float for the holiday parade featured by Macy's. Up there you got the medallion that they always have every year here. Then you got a bunch of garland around the entrance archways. I have a feeling it's gonna be a good day. Gotta grab an official holiday map that they have. You got the Macy's parade featured on it. I'm really excited to see that tonight. And look, they have a bunch of elves out here in the middle of the street. Oh, this is great. And we made it, the tribute store, and of course the big tree that they put up every year. Oh, and look, they have Madagascar characters out front. All right, let's come back to this, but first, let's check out the tribute store. And what's cool is that you can actually get your face turned into a caricature inside the store. Let's go check that out. You got Earl's branded reindeer food. That's awesome. Things are already off to a good start. Now these Elf of the Year pictures are probably just the creative team's like kids and their pets. That's what I can imagine it is. Oh, but this is our first look inside. I believe this room is themed to Santa's workshop. It's amazing what they can do inside this one store every year or every season. Like within 2 weeks about, they converted it completely from the Halloween tribute store into Christmas. This is amazing. Oh, I love this. You can see that the toys are being made up there and being turned into presents. That's so clever. Now let's get a look over here because there's some Easter eggs in here. You got the DeLorean from Back to the Future right here with the side doors that open up like that. You got E.T.'s spaceship. Oh, you got the orca from Jaws. Wow, look at this. And Earl the Squirrel, like custom whatever. I saw that there's a phone case that you can make on here a minute ago. There it is. Wow. Oh my gosh. I guess you could do phone cases, magnets, or ornaments, or metal wall signs. And here's the official holiday t-shirt that you can get. And alright, let's try to find me. Am I on the nice list or the naughty list?
Yeah, come here. Can you go my other way?
Santa, you and I might need to have a talk. And now this room is Christmas Curious Museum and Emporium. Huh. Of course they've got Earl merch in there. And they've got a pin right here. I believe it lights up. Well, I can't figure out how to make it light up. And they've got a pass holder Earl the Squirrel t-shirt right here. $20? Not too bad, actually. Hold on. There's the back of it. And they've, of course, got Earl the Squirrel scented candles. Smells so good. It smells like Christmas. And of course, they've got a giant Earl statue right here in the center of the room. Bow before Earl, the supreme ruler of the holidays. Wahaha. And over there, they got the holiday treats. They've actually moved them since from where they've been, which is in the last room down that hallway. They moved them over here, which is interesting. Here's a quick flyby of what some of the desserts look like. And here's where you can have your caricature hung. Now I did not pay to have my caricature. I probably should have, because this is amazing. And I believe they send you your picture once the tribute store closes at the end of the season, if I'm not mistaken. And then you've got some Earl stuff hidden inside the windows right here. Or on this bulletin board, I mean. Oh, look at that. There's a Jaws 3D reference right there. And then this sign, Earl's gift wrappers of the season. I'm wondering, it says coming soon. I'm wondering if they're actually going to put stuff there. Or if that's just for show. But then you've got right here an Earl the Squirrel sign in the design that he was in last year, because they did change his design a little bit. In all honesty, I kind of prefer his last year design to this year, but oh, look at this. A Mount Crumpet reference for the Grinch, because this is the Grinch's lair. Whoville Sanitation Department, Mount Crumpet substation. It's surprising because I believe this is actually modeled after the Jim Carrey Grinch movie instead of the Benedict Cumberbatch one, which is a more recent version. You got a sleigh here that he uses to steal all of the presents. Wow. This might actually be my favorite room. Here you got Max the dog. And then right here we got the last room of the tribute store, the Yule Ball from Harry Potter. They really did a good job recreating the Great Hall from the movies. And wow, you got snow over there. And then of course you exit down the hallway, and they always put one final scene right here. This one's okay, just a couple trees, I guess, to carry on the Harry Potter theme. Not my favorite of the exits they've been able to pull off. But then you exit back out into the park. If you hear a big whoosh every once in a while, that's gonna be Rip Red Rocket above me. So the 2021 holiday tribute store, I kind of spoiled it for myself by watching the video online that Universal put out ahead of its opening, and based on the video, and I've learned this, don't worry, that video does not do justice of the actual like experiencing it for yourself. So based off the videos that I've seen of it though, I was like, okay, this isn't as impressive as last year's tribute store that they were able to do, but I was like, I'm still going to enjoy it. It still looked nice. Now, I don't know if I prefer this to last year, or I still need time to let it sink in. I do love all the Easter eggs to Universal's past in there. There were a lot more that I was not able to show off on video or couldn't find that we will definitely be back looking for in the future. But I still really enjoyed this, and especially that they brought back Earl the squirrel. That was amazing that they were able to bring it back, because all through the season and all year I was just like, please bring back Earl, and they did. But now that I was able to do that, let's continue on our day. I believe I'm gonna hop over to Islands of Adventure now and see when the next Grinchmas show is, and then we will work our way back over here tonight for the parade. So let's go do that. Hello Lighthouse, and hello Islands of Adventure. Alright, we're heading into Whoville now, or Seuss Landing, but they already have these trees lit up. We're definitely gonna have to check that out once it gets dark out, because they're gonna look amazing. But yeah, you got the Grinchmas sign up, all the decorations, always right with the world. Alright, now let's go check out when the next show is. And then you got the Who's over here, up on stilts, taking pictures with everyone. And we made it to the Grinchmas Who-liday Spectacular. And the next show time looks to be at around 4:30. So it looks like we just missed the 3:30 time. We're gonna have to check back in a little bit. But yeah, it's down there in what used to be the Blue Man Group Theater. So it looks like we can actually go in now for the next Grinchmas show, which is what we're doing. Yeah, it's a little bit more of a walk from where it normally is, because I believe they normally do the show in that soundstage. But because it's in the old Blue Man Group Theater, it's all the way down here to the left of the Hard Rock Cafe. It looks like there's already some people queuing up for it out front. So we're gonna hop in line now. And of course right there is Universal Studios Florida. But we're going to see Grinchmas.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Grinchmas Who-liday Spectacular. And now, Universal Orlando invites you to open your heart and enjoy the Grinchmas Who-liday Spectacular.
Inside a snowflake, like the one on your sleeve, there happened a story you must see to believe. Way up in the mountains, in the high range of Pontouse, lay the small town of Whoville, the home of the Who's. Arbor Day was fine and Easter was pleasant, and every St. Pheasant's Day they ate a fizz pheasant. But every Who knew, from their 12 toes to their snout, they loved Christmas the most, without a single Who doubt.
Cheer up the tree with Christmas snow, the jingle balls and doo-doo go. Cheer up the snow with doo-doo go, and little things and wands. Cheer up your legs with all the wells, and bring their wings, and lots of life.
Oh, knock on a big bowl, knock, 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 but every time away, everybody plays those memories back. Christmas is here again, it'll be.
The Grinch hated Christmas the whole Christmas season. Now, please don't ask why, no one quite knows the reason. It could be that his head wasn't screwed on quite right. It could be perhaps that his shoes were too tight. But I think that the most likely reason of all may have been that his heart was 2 sizes too small.
Christmas, why can't I find you? Why have you gone away?
We'll leave that behind.
You've got garlic in your soul, Mr. Grinch. I'm gonna touch me with a 39.5-foot ball! No one's denying. The whole room, and he took every present. He took their singingles, tringlers, and puzzles. He took their pantuclers, dazzlers, and wuzzles. He cleaned out that icebox as quick as a flash. Why, that Grinch even took their last can of Foo Hash. And the Grinch, with his Grinch feet ice cold in the snow, stood puzzling and puzzling.
How could it be so? It came without ribbons. It came without tags. It came without packages, boxes, or bags.
And he puzzled and puzzled till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before.
Maybe Christmas,
He thought,
doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas, perhaps, needs a little bit more.
and what happened then? Well, in Whoville they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day.
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
And now that his heart didn't feel quite so tight, he whizzed with his load through the bright morning light. He still had their presents, their food for the feast, the ribbons, the tinsel, even the roast beast.
All right, I'm not too late. I haven't missed it.
On Christmas, Christmas Day.
Merry Christmas!
Wow, Grinchmas. Okay, so if I look like I'm in a rush, it's because I completely lost track of time. And the holiday parade I thought was at 6:30. It's actually at 5:30, which is why now I'm trying to rush over to studios. And then after that, I'll give you my full thoughts of Grinchmas and the parade in the outro of the video. So let's just quickly run across now, back over to studios to watch the holiday parade because it starts in like 10 minutes. All right, I'm already seeing a big crowd. It might be a little hard to find a good spot, but I want the supreme seating, which is all the way at the end by the big tree and the tribute store. That's where I want to go. Okay, we made it. Now this whole area right here is no parade viewing because it's the entrance to the store. But down here, we should be able to get a good spot. Or maybe not, they have them in between 2 rows of rope. So I guess we have to come down here. Now this is about as best of a spot we can get, so we're gonna have to settle on it. Sorry, I tried, but best I can do. Now I actually like this parade viewing a lot because there's no one behind me. And then I get a straight shot down with the parade floats coming this way. And then you got the tree right there. So it's actually a really good spot. It's finally getting dark enough where we could really take into account and appreciate the amazing work the Universal creative team does, decorating the park for the holidays. And the music up there is really loud. I don't know if you can hear a word I'm saying.
Yuletide joy is overwhelming. To Shrimp and his family, festive tales they'll be telling. The penguins of Madagascar on a search night and day for jolly old Saint Nick and his magical flying sleigh.
With magpies and stink bugs, road-killing worm grubs, and worms in the ear. It's the most delicious time of the year.
I had no idea this was gonna light up in the middle of the parade when Santa parked in front of it, so I'm really glad we got that spot. I have no idea how all this confetti got down here when they shot out of the cannons from up there. I have no idea how they got here. And as I keep walking, there's confetti everywhere. I believe it's shot from up there at the top of the buildings. Look at this street all lit up. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. This is really cool. Well, we saw Grinchmas, we saw the Macy's holiday parade. All was bright with the world. Now I thought about taking the camera and you guys back over to Islands of Adventure to finish up the video there, but I think I'm just gonna end it here. But yeah, the holidays are back. I can't believe it. Last year was great for the time because we didn't really have any other choice but the holiday offerings that the parks were offering us, because we were still very into the heart of the pandemic. So it made sense for the time, but I'm glad now that we finally get the full-blown everything, because I never really watched properly the holiday parade that they have. So I was seeing it for the first time pretty much, but it was amazing. It was like the kind of parade, because Macy's does sponsor it, so it was exactly like the Macy's parade that they have over on Thanksgiving Day in New York City, which I have seen. I've seen that once or twice, so I got a little taste of it then, and it's cool now to see it here in a theme park right here at Universal Studios, so that was awesome. And now let's talk about Grinchmas, because I never really got a good chance to talk about it, because they did move it from over in a soundstage where you would sit on like bleachers, and now you sit in the old Blue Man Group theater. It is really comfortable in those seats. I love it. I expected it to be a lot bigger inside because I've never been inside that building before, but I still really enjoyed how the show felt more permanent in a way. Now it's not going to be permanent, still just for the holiday season, and in January they'll stop the show and then bring it back next November for next year. I really enjoyed that location. The seats were comfortable, and I got a really good spot because I got there really early. I was worried that they would put me too close to the front and on the very end, but I got like dead in the middle in like the third or fourth row, so I think it was like a really good spot I got. And other than that, we did check out the tribute store, which was also very cool. A lot of holiday stuff going on here at Universal. It's about 7 o'clock right now. The park closes in 2 hours, so I think I'm gonna hop on over to Islands of Adventure. We never got to meet the Grinch. That's also what I wanted to do, but the line was super long earlier, so I will definitely be back to do that. Be sure to comment down below letting me know your favorite holiday offering here at the parks, and I will see you in the next one. Happy holidays, everyone.